Introduction. Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics which deals with measurement of angles and sides of a triangle. Trigonometry is used in geography to measure the distance between landmarks, in astronomy to measure the distance of the stars and planets from the earth, and also in the satellite navigation system and etc. What is trigonometry? The word trigonometry is derived from the following Greek words. The first one, tri, which means 3. Next, gon, which means sides or angles. Next, metron, which means measure. Hence, trigonometry is the study of relationships between the sides and angles of a triangle. What is a right angle triangle? Yes, a triangle in which one of the angle is a right angle, that is 90 degrees, is known as a right angle triangle. Children, from figure, angle ABC is equal to 90 degrees. Next, the remaining two angles, they are angle BAC and angle ACB are acute, which means they measure always less than 90 degrees. Children, now let us learn about the sides of a right angle triangle. Children, in a right angle triangle, the side which is opposite to a right angle is known as hypotenuse, or the longest side in a right angle triangle is also known as a hypotenuse. From figure, which is the hypotenuse? Yes, the side AC is the hypotenuse. Next, what about the remaining two sides of a right angle triangle? Let us see. Children, the remaining two sides of a right angle triangle are named as opposite and adjacent with respect to any one of the acute angle. It means the side which is opposite to an acute angle is known as opposite side. Next, the side which is next to an acute angle other than the hypotenuse is known as adjacent side. Children, for example, let us name the sides of a right angle triangle ABC with respect to an acute angle A. Children, from figure, the side opposite to an acute angle A is BC. Next, the side next to an acute angle other than hypotenuse is AB. Therefore, the sides BC and AB are the opposite and adjacent sides respectively with respect to an acute angle A. It means we name the sides of a right angle triangle by considering any one of the acute angle. Next, Children, now let us name the sides of a right angle triangle ABC with respect to an acute angle C. Do they be same? Let us check it. The side opposite to an acute angle C is AB. Next, the side next to an acute angle C other than AC is BC. Therefore, the sides AB and BC are the opposite and adjacent sides respectively with respect to an acute angle C. From this, we can conclude that the opposite and adjacent sides of a right angle triangle are changed as per the acute angle. Note: Children, the opposite side is also known as the perpendicular side and the adjacent side is also known as the base of the right angle triangle. Next, the opposite and adjacent sides of a right angle triangle are different with respect to different angles. Next, ratios of the sides of a right angle triangle. Children, how many ways can you divide any two sides of a right angle triangle? Yes, we can divide any two sides of a right angle triangle in 6 different ways. Children, now let us see the 6 different ways. They are opposite by hypotenuse, adjacent by hypotenuse, opposite by adjacent, hypotenuse by opposite, next hypotenuse by adjacent, next adjacent by opposite. These are the 6 different ways where we can divide any two sides of a right angle triangle. Children, the division of the sides are nothing but ratios of the sides. So, these ratios are called trigonometric ratios. What are the trigonometric ratios? The ratios of the sides of a right angled triangle with respect to any of its acute angles are known as the trigonometric ratios. Children, the trigonometric ratios are also called as T ratios. Children, how many trigonometric ratios are possible? Yes, there are 6 trigonometric ratios since there are 6 ratios of the sides of a right angle triangle. Children, now let us define the 6 trigonometric ratios with respect to an angle theta in a right triangle ABC. The first one, sine of an angle theta. Children, sine of an angle is defined as the ratio of the side opposite to that angle to the hypotenuse. Children, it is abbreviated as sine theta. Therefore, sine theta is always equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. From figure, opposite side is AB and the hypotenuse is AC. Therefore, sine theta is equal to AB by AC. Children, the next one, cosine of an angle theta. Children, cosine of an angle is defined as the ratio of the side adjacent to that angle to the hypotenuse. It is abbreviated as cos theta. Therefore, cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Children, from figure, BC is the adjacent side and AC is the hypotenuse. Therefore, cos theta is equal to BC by AC. Children, the next one, tangent of an angle theta. Tangent of an angle is defined as the ratio of the side opposite to that angle to the side adjacent. It is abbreviated as tan theta. Therefore, tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. From figure, opposite side is AB and the adjacent side is BC. Therefore, tan theta is equal to AB by BC. Children, the next one, cosecant of an angle theta. Cosecant is the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of sine. It is abbreviated as cosec theta, but even we can read it as cosecant theta. Children, as per the definition, cosec theta is the reciprocal of sine theta. So, it can be written as cosec theta is equal to 1 by sine theta. Children, how do we define sine theta? Yes, it is opposite side by hypotenuse. So, it can be written as 1 whole by opposite by hypotenuse. Now, let us take the reciprocal to it. Then we get cosec theta is equal to hypotenuse by opposite. It means cosecant of an angle is defined as the ratio of the hypotenuse to the side opposite to that angle. From figure, hypotenuse is AC and the opposite side is AB. Therefore, cosec theta or cosecant theta is equal to AC by AB. Children, the next one, secant of an angle theta. Secant is the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of cosine. It is abbreviated as sec theta, but even we can read it as secant theta. As per the definition, sec theta or secant theta is defined as the reciprocal of cosine. So, it can be written as sec theta or secant theta is equal to 1 by cos theta. Children, how do we define cos theta? Yes, it is defined as adjacent side by hypotenuse. So, it can be written as 1 whole by adjacent by hypotenuse. Now let us take the reciprocal to it. Then we get sec theta or secant theta is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent. It means secant of an angle is defined as the ratio of the hypotenuse to the side adjacent to that angle. From figure, adjacent side is BC and hypotenuse is AC. Therefore, sec theta or secant theta is equal to AC by BC. Children, the next one, cotangent of an angle theta. Cotangent is the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of tangent. It is abbreviated as cot theta. Children, as per the definition, cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta. So, it can be expressed as cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta. Children, how do we define tan theta? Yes, it is opposite side by adjacent side. So, it can be written as 1 whole by opposite by adjacent. Now, let us take the reciprocal to it. Then we get cot theta is equal to adjacent side by opposite side. It means cotangent of an angle is defined as the ratio of the adjacent side to the opposite side to that angle. From figure, the adjacent side is BC and the opposite side is AB. Therefore, cot theta is equal to BC by AB. Next, note. Children, can you remember the definitions of all the 6 trigonometric ratios? If not, let us look at a simple trick to remember all the 6 trigonometric ratios. That is SOH, so, CAH, ka, TOA, to. We call it as Secant principle. Let us look at briefly. Children, SOH, here S stands for sine. Next, O stands for opposite and H stands for hypotenuse. Finally, sine is always equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Next, ka, CAH. Here, C stands for cos. Next, A stands for adjacent and H stands for hypotenuse. Finally, cos is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. Next, TOA, to. Here, T stands for tan, O stands for opposite and A stands for adjacent. Finally, tan is equal to opposite by adjacent. Is it clear, children? Now, what about the remaining 3 ratios? Yes, we know that the remaining 3 are the reciprocals of sine, cos and tan. So, we can remember the remaining three as cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. So cosecant is equal to hypotenuse by opposite. Next, secant is the reciprocal of cos. So secant is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent. Next, cot is the reciprocal of tan. So cot is equal to adjacent.
Children, now let us take an example. Write the hypotenuse, opposite side and adjacent side with respect to an angle x from the below figures. So let us start. In figure 1, we know that the side opposite to a right angle is known as hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse is equal to A. Next, the side opposite to an acute angle x is known as an opposite side. So the opposite side is equal to C. Next, the side which is next to an acute angle x is known as adjacent side. So the adjacent side is equal to B. In the same way, in figure 2, the side opposite to a right angle is 13. So the hypotenuse is equal to 13. Next, the side opposite to an acute angle x is 5. So the opposite side is equal to 5. Next, the side next to an acute angle x is 12. So the adjacent side is equal to 12. Next, find all the trigonometric ratios with respect to an acute angle r from the given figure. So let us start. From the figure, with respect to an acute angle r, the hypotenuse is 5 since it is the side opposite to a right angle. Next, the opposite side is 4 since it is the side opposite to an acute angle r. Next, the adjacent side is equal to 3 since it is the side next to an acute angle r. Next, children, now let us find the values of all the trigonometric ratios with respect to an acute angle r by using the definitions. Children, sine is defined as opposite side by hypotenuse. So sine r is equal to 4 by 5. Next, cosecant is defined as the reciprocal of sine. So cosecant r is equal to hypotenuse by opposite side, which is equal to 5 by 4. Next, cos is defined as adjacent side by hypotenuse. So cos r is equal to 3 by 5. Next, secant is the reciprocal of cos. So secant r is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent side, which is equal to 5 by 3. Next, tan is defined as the opposite side by adjacent side. So tan r is equal to 4 by 3. Next, cot is defined as the reciprocal of tan. So cot r is equal to adjacent side by opposite, which is equal to 3 by 4.